Take you back now to that briefing where officials are briefing about the results on the analysis of the stones that were collected at KwaHlathi near Ladysmith. Let's take you there live now.
This week has highlighted the socio-economic challenges confronting many people in the area. And thus, in responding to this particular matter of the stones, we also have to provide a comprehensive response with regard to socio-economic challenges as raised by the community members during our visit to the site and as communicated by community representatives during a meeting held earlier, which I referred to. A report on the findings by the Council for Geoscience and on the socio-economic challenges in the area will be presented to Premier Sihle Zikalala and the entire Provincial Executive Council this week. And this will be the basis for us to formulate a coordinated response to all the challenges. Part of the response will have to focus on the issues of roads and access to water. And we will also formulate a comprehensive plan to rehabilitate the site on which digging has taken place. We want to use this opportunity to appeal to all those on site to vacate the area as what they are involved in as a serious potential of aggravating our COVID-19 crisis. The mining practices are unlawful and will continue to have a negative impact on the environment, and the land degradation that we've seen is likely to worsen by further extensive diggings. So we want to make that final appeal, and we urge the community to cooperate with the local leadership and local authorities as we move forward from here. I'm now going to hand over to Mr. Mabuza, the CEO of the Geoscience Council, whereafter we'll take sponsor, Mr. Mabuza.
Thank you very much, MEC. MEC's leadership. Good afternoon to the media representatives. We had the privilege of being invited to present our scientific capabilities in answering the fundamental question that had been confronting the situation at KwaHlathi. The report of the MEC has outlined that the preliminary assessment has corroborated that what we have there is quartz crystals. With the understanding of the socio-economic challenges that face the country at large, but KwaHlathi community in particular, we looked at the area through a different prism with prospects of other work that we can do geologically in that area. We're encouraged by the geological settings, particularly that there's presence of dolerite and basalt. There are a frontier technology that is being applied that considers the quality of dolerites and basalts in other applications, which we'll not disclose yet. The study will be looking at considering some of those and the extent to which those can catalyze, formalize the economic development in the area. We know that the occurrence is underlain by it's in the Karoo supergroup and it's underlain by shale. Part of the work that we have been doing in the Beaufort West area to undertake a geo-environmental baseline study has uncovered the possibilities of shale gas in that area. It would be critical to investigate the possibilities of shale gas occurrence in this part of the world and the extent to which that can be contributory to the IRP basket. We would also be undertaking geology to identify the possibilities of shallow aquifers in the area. There is extreme shortage of water in that community. And to the extent that the shallow aquifers that may be uncovered with the research, may go a long way in contributing to the program of the province and the local municipality to supply the water to the people. This is a commitment that we have made. As soon as the numbers of people are cleared, we'll deploy our geoscientists on the ground to do this work, and we have further made an undertaking that within a period of 3 months, we would go back and give a progress report on what science has uncovered. Thank you very much, Ms.
Sorry, could you just give that the crux of it in isiZulu?
Oh, the summary of the same thing. Oh, see, Council for Geoscience, sibe nethuba lokwenza ucwaningo lamatshe lawa afumaneke KwaHlathi, ukwenza isiqiniseko sokuthi lawo matshe ayidayimani. Kulokho esikwenzile sisebenzisana ne-Mintech, ne-South African Diamond and Precious Metals Regulator. Sifumana ukuthi lawo matshe asidayimani, lokho kubizwa ngokuthi quartz, njengoba esechazile u-MEC. Kodwa ekufikeni kwethu kule ndawo yaKwaHlathi, sibuye sabheka ngelinye iliso ukuthi kukhona okunye singakwenza si-Council for Geoscience. Kukhona amanye amathuba angacwaningwa ama-geologists. Yenza commitment yokuthi ama-geologists wethu azaba on the ground kule viki elizayo, bazozama ukubheka ukuthi mhlawumbe amathuba wamanzi akhona, emangabe khona iscience proof ukuthi amanzi akhona. Lokho kunganceda kakhulu umphakathi esithola ukuthi awunawo amanzi okwamanje alingene. So iscience mayengakwazi ukuthi incede ukuthi amanzi atholakala endaweni, lo umsebenzi wethu siyi-Scientific Council unganceda kakhulu emphakathini. Omunye umsebenzi esiyimisela ukwenza.
The last couple of races, Ferrari out of the points today with Carlos Sainz finishing 11th, Charles Leclerc two-stopping down at 16th. For George Russell, his best finish in the season.
May we request the colleagues to mute themselves? We know it's a live radio station.
Well, what a great battle it was.
Okay.
Apologies, Baba. Please go ahead.
All right. Well, Baba. So, esikholelwayo ukuthi iscience makuvumelekile ithola isupport yomphakathi, kukhona ucwaningo elinye lamatshe singalenza lokubheka amathuba we-economic development kuleyo ndawo. Siyenza commitment yokuthi lo msebenzi esizawenza KwaHlathi sizawenza over a period of 3 months. Asinayo i-guarantee yokuthi kuleyo 3 months wonke umsebenzi uzabe sesuqedile, kodwa sizabuyela endaweni sizoprovide i-progress report yokuthi ngalesikhathi se-3 months sikwazi ukusuka la sikhona manje nokuthi sesihambe ithuba elingakanani ukuthi science iphendule imibuzo le engaletha i-progress ne-development kumphakathi waKwaHlathi. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mabuza. Mr. Mabaso, back to you. I think you can coordinate the questions, and then the team will assist, and MEC Nkonieni will wrap up.
Yes, thank you, Honorable MEC. I think we'll take it straight to the question times. I will request colleagues to indicate by raising their hands. There's a facility where on the platform where colleagues can raise their hands, but also other colleagues, I think, will be receiving the questions on WhatsApp. I noticed, Desiree, you are the first one. Desiree from Daily Maverick. Can you go ahead?
Thank you so much, Lennox. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly. Loud and clear.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to know, why has it taken a so-called diamond rush to get everyone's attention to this very poor area of KwaZulu-Natal? And I also want to know, does the area have a waste treatment center yet, a proper treatment center? And regarding the socioeconomic upliftment that the Council for Geosciences is looking into, why are they looking into it? What has been done by the local municipality and province? And why hasn't it been done sooner to look into the infrastructure and so on that's needed here? In other words, why did it take an event like this to get government up and running? What has been missing? Thanks.
Hey, thanks, Desiree. My colleagues are going to assist me. I can't see some of the hands, but I don't know if there's a colleague that also want to go ahead with the question. We'll take the first 5 hands and proceed. Emma Ramney.
Oh, hi. Yes, thanks everyone for doing this briefing. I just have a couple of questions.
Introduce yourself and your media house.
Sorry, it's Emma Rumney from Reuters News Agency. Thanks. My first question is if you could give a little bit more detail on the environmental degradation that's been caused by the mining, and also some more details on the concerns that are being raised by the local community around socio-economic issues. If you could be a bit more specific about exactly what concerns they have. Thank you.
Okay, Lethiwe Mluli, I see your hand is up.
Well, my question has to do with the people that are still digging on the site. I just want to know, how are you going to break the news to them? Because I remember when we went there, they were very much concerned about the fact that this might not be diamonds, but they were still continuing with the digging, and they were saying that they were not going to leave the site.
Okay, thank you very much, Lethiwe. I would like to, at the moment, I don't see any other hand that is up. Also on my WhatsApp, I don't seem to have a question. May I hand over to the panel? This will be the first round. We'll take the final round when we come back, and then the way forward. Over to the panelists.
Thank you. Perhaps I'll have the first bite, then others will add. Desiree, thank you for that question. Look, I think we have developmental challenges in many areas in the province. I don't think KwaHlathi is the only one, and this has been highlighted through this particular experience. The road issue, let me also deal with the last question at the same time. There were 2 issues that were identified in the main when we went there on Tuesday. And in fact, the spokesperson put it quite succinctly when he said, and in his words, the road is number 1, water is number 2, and then whatever they are, whether they're diamonds or whatever other metal they are, that's number 3 priority for them. I think MEC Nkonyeni will respond on the road issue, which she has already started to engage in before this particular engagement. The water issue is a problem with the source, and they're working on expanding the source. My understanding, and the Council for Geoscience could also expand on it. The council said that they're going to use the space that they're going to have with the exploration that they're going to do to also look at this particular issue. It's not a question of them taking responsibility for water, but as a kind of value add, they volunteered to do that kind of, I'm not sure if that's a technical term, hydrological study, which could add value to the service delivery. With regard to the environmental degradation, I think it's probably an area of about 50 hectares. My estimation would be where people have been literally digging with picks and hoes and other basic implements. And so there's a number of holes, which I would think varied between 0.5 meter to probably a maximum of a meter. And when it happens with thousands of people, then that entire section becomes degraded. And I think the community represented by Ndabazitha in particular was expressing concern about the risks for cattle in particular. Cattle running across would have risk of very serious injury in those kinds of circumstances. I think those are the three questions. Oh, yes. And then the last question was, I think we took an approach that we're not going to act recklessly, and we're going to seek to engage in a communication that will persuade people to leave. And from our understanding, that approach has worked. From the very, very large numbers, in some estimates went into the tens of thousands. It went on Tuesday when we went there. I calculated myself, it was about 3,000. And today we estimate it to be under 500. So we think that the attempts to communicate is working, and we will continue with that. But at some point, there will be a law enforcement aspect, but as I say, preceded by communication. MEC Nkonyeni?
Thank you very much. I wish to indicate that last month I visited the area and I had a meeting with the community leaders from the area of KwaHlathi and other areas, Nazareth, around Ladysmith, together with the mayor of Alfred Duma municipality. I did realize that indeed some of the roads from that area need some maintenance, and we made an undertaking that we will be procuring services from various contractors and consultants who would be, some will be re-graveling some of the roads, and of course other roads do need blacktop, so we are working on that. The other issue that we wanted to indicate is that most women from KwaHlathi area have actually shown a lot of interest in mining activities in the area. We had a discussion earlier on whereby the Department of Minerals and Energy did indicate that they will be coming over in a period of 30 days, whereby they will be empowering people from the area about various issues, including an issue of how to acquire a permit in order for you to become a legal miner. So we are hopeful that women from KwaHlathi area and from around that area, like Nazareth and other areas, will actually benefit from such an activity from the Department of Minerals and Energy. It really doesn't mean that we have not been doing anything about the socio-economic conditions of the people from the area. Yes, there is still a problem on water provision throughout the province of KwaZulu-Natal, not only in the area of Ladysmith, but throughout the province of KwaZulu-Natal, which is being dealt with by the provincial government. Hence, we even developed what we term as the water strategy for the province of KwaZulu-Natal. So I hope all of us are now paying attention to what is happening in that particular area. Thank you.
Mabuza, you'll just add on that whether you're taking over our function?
No, MEC, the Council for Geoscience is definitely not taking over the role of running the province. I think what I do need to clarify is that our mantra at the Council for Geoscience is that science must always find expression in contributing towards addressing societal problems. And the moment we stepped in KwaHlathi, and we understood that the task that was before us was not just about answering whether there are diamonds or not. We understood that there was opportunity for applications of science as a fulcrum for human development, as we call it. And therefore, to the extent that science can be used to contribute and assist the province, the municipality, and the local leadership, it is our duty as the council to maximize that contribution. And what we shall be doing is exactly that. It is the three spheres of government working together to ensure that there is delivery on what is priority in uplifting the livelihood of the people. And to the extent that the purported discovery of diamonds had brought the three spheres of government together, is indeed exemplary that three spheres of government can function and can respond speedily to the challenges that continue to confront the people of the country. Thank you very much, MC.
Thank you. Mr. Mabaso, back to you.
Thank you very much, Honorable MCs. And the panelists. There is a question directed, I think, at Inkosi and the Mayor. Honorable Mayor, what will happen if some of the community continue to come and dig? And I think that was coming from the Mercury. And the other one, I think it was coming from the National Radio Station. I've just forgotten the name, the colleague is here. He was also asking the same, if there is a hostile response to what is it that is going to be done. I will also request that we also answer in isiZulu in some of the areas, as MEC indicated earlier on. Thank you. The panel can respond. I know the question was directed at Inkosi and the Mayor, but I'm sure the Honorable MECs can also take the question. Okay, colleagues, it does look like the challenge is haunting us again. They are fixing again all the issues. I think we should be about ready now.
Mr. Mabaso, can you hear us now?
Loud and clear, Honorable MC.
Okay. As per your request, I'm handing you over to Ndabazita Nkosi Kunene.
Yes, thank you, Honorable MEC and Mr. Mabaso. Concerning, if I got your question correctly, that now how are we gonna engage the people that now they should leave the place? Okay.
Okay.
They are aware, the people are aware that now what they are doing is illegal. The only problem that they had was that now they were not sure. They wanted the DMRE to give the results that what they are mining is not diamond. Now that they know the answer, I don't believe they're going to.
Well, there you have it. KZN officials confirming that the stones that were collected at KwaHlathi near Ladysmith are in fact quartz crystals and not diamonds. Remarkably, what this story has shown is that it has put a spotlight on that area and especially the socio-economic challenges that plague that area. The question now is being asked to those officials, why has this area in particular been neglected? Well, this is where I leave you for this afternoon, but we will continue with this story on the channel with Criselda Lewis on Full View. With me, Unathi Bagyashe-Phyllis, and the rest of the team, I say happy Father's Day to all the good fathers in South Africa. And this is where I leave you for this afternoon. Kamnandi.